Let's go ahead and hop right into some gameplay of the new Adamatia, the new rock archetype. We're here to showcase it off. And what's cool, guys, is you can actually play the true name, which can actually bring out an Egyptian god if you want to. But it actually has another effect where you get to just add the card anyways. So what this archetype is all about is excavating the top few cards. Most of them are, at the moment, are at least 5. And this deck will be taking up a long time for the games to go off. So 10-minute ad revenue, let's go. Because every single card that you go for pretty much is going to excavate the top 5, and usually it's like add 1, and then you place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. Now, True Name is actually really insane in here because you're going to be able to stack the deck. And then there's actually a lot of different cards. Maybe Card Advance lets you stack the top of your deck. He's going to go ahead and activate the relieve over here, pop and double of his opponent's card. So you tribute any number of Adamatia monsters, and then you get to target that many cards on the field plus 1, and then you get to destroy them. But the opponent over here is playing some invoked cyber dragons. He actually ends up with a pretty nasty board after clearing out multiple synchros that the Adamatia player had. But it's not over yet, so let's go ahead and get started. He's going to go ahead and go for that effect to go ahead and recycle the synchro. True Name is activated. Unfortunately, it's not going to be going off in this duel, but it will be going off later down the line. He already has an Obelisk in his hand anyways, but nonetheless, he's going to go ahead and activate Adamatia's Sign, which is basically like their little monster reborn over here. And then you get to take a level 4 lower rock monster, and then from your deck, and you get to place on the top of the deck. So it's a reborn, then you get to stack your deck. That makes True Name a lot easier to go ahead and pull off. Maybe Gishki Diviner could be also a tech card, be pretty cheesy here, but he's going to go ahead and start going for their effects. So the Reptile over here lets you target an opponent's card in the graveyard and banish it as a quick effect. The Fire card over here has that effect where you get to have, if you have a fire monster in your graveyard, you can target a rock monster graveyard and then special summon it. And then now, after his opponent had all those negations, he's still able to pull off an OTK over here with the Granite Loyalist, or Gallant Granite is what it's called in the TCG here. This card lets you add 1 rock monster from your deck to your hand, which pretty much means search out whatever you want in the entire deck. There's very little archetypes that just let you add anything from your deck to your hand, and this is going to be really nasty. Plus, it has the other effect where you can special summon a rock monster from your hand in face down defense position, which doesn't come up though. It is technically there as an option, but I'm going to go ahead and go through all the replays so you guys can kind of get an idea of how the deck works and going over some of the effects in action here. But I think the deck is looking to be pretty decent now. Some of the cards that I didn't get to mention that I think would be really good here. Doki Doki is actually a fantastic card in the archetype because it lets you discard a rock monster to special summon from your deck 1 rock type monster that has the same original attribute and level as that monster in face up attack position or face down defense position, which you're not going to be going face down with this deck at all. There's, at least as of right now, there's nothing that really supports it, but pretty much you're just excavating cards. Some will special summon. I guess I should just go over the elements because these names might be changed. So the water one lets you draw 1 card with the smaller one. The tuners, so the earth tuner, if you control a rock monster, you're going to be able to go ahead and then just special summon it. The excavate top 5, and then if you do, you can special summon 1 of the excavated level 4 or lower non-tuner rock monsters. And then you place the rest of them on the bottom of your deck in any order. You also have access to Needle Fiber, which really helps out because there's multiple tuners in the deck that you can go ahead and actually get out. And so he's going to go ahead and be able to deal massive amounts of damage. After bouncing back the other card, we have Drag Eye over here, which is a quick effect, which can negate a spell or a trap card or effect while you have a water monster in your graveyard, which is obviously easy to do. Once you go for most of the synchros, you're going to have whatever is required most of the time. There are certain exceptions, but interesting that Block Dragon has this ability where rock type monsters you control cannot be destroyed except for battle. So you're a lot safer on going in with some of your plays as long as you go ahead and make this card first, or just bring out this card. And this card's very easy to summon. You just banish 3 earth monsters from your hand or graveyard. And then if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add up to 3 rock type monsters from your deck to your hand whose total level equals 8, which is super OP, obviously, being able to add 3 after it goes away, which it already usually comes out and wins the game anyways. But yeah, we're here to go ahead and just give you guys some more gameplay over here. This one, I mean, it's more so just showing off OTK than anything. So the Adamatia player is going to be going first. He's going to go ahead and start excavating. He's going to go ahead and special summon. This card is able to go ahead and draw a card if it's special summoned by an Adamatia card. And then Seeker over here, which is, I guess technically there's more than one Earth Tuner. But anyways, this one has the ability to special summon one of the excavated level 4 or lower non-tuner rock monsters. And then again, you just place the rest. And then this one over here, excavate top 5, then if you do, you can special summon one level 4. So like they basically get out your other monsters over here, and then like I guess if you want to call these ones the eggs, yeah, it's also an option for this to go ahead and negate the hand destruction. Unfortunately, the guy didn't really have any plays. And then he's going to go ahead and banish hand destruction because, well, I mean, it's a quick effect, it's free. Why not go ahead and start making it so your opponent loses access to certain cards? And then True Name, he's going to call Seeker, which it is, and that lets him instantly add it to his hand. If you wanted to, though, this does let you go ahead and special summon one Divine Monster from your deck, which, unfortunately, we drew Obelisk the Tormentor, but you can play all of the Egyptian gods in here. Obelisk is probably the best option if you just want to go ahead and go for OTKs. But yeah, it's an okay-ish archetype as of right now. They actually have some decent back row. Relief over here lets you tribute any number of Adamatia monsters and then pop them +1, which is nice. But the Resonance over here is supposed to be 3 counter trap, and it makes it so when a monster effect is activated when you control Adamant Synchro, you get to negate that activation. If you do, destroy that card. I wish it was negate and then banish the card. That probably would have added a little bit more value, but I mean, that's one of the most powerful back row cards as of right now. So we'll go ahead and show off again some varieties of gameplays here. But like I said, and I mentioned it before in the earlier plays, this deck will be one of the most annoying decks to play in real life. The reason why is because it takes so long. I mean, this card goes through 5, then they get another card, that card's going to go ahead and go through 5. It's just going to be a cycle of, is it my turn yet? But the boards that you make, you have the water, which can negate 1. If you have Resonance, you can maybe negate another. The other trap card, the relief, you can get like maybe 2 or 3 cards pop, but you're also sacrificing your own cards. So, I mean, you'd have to draw the back row, kind of, or you can kind of RNG into it. The field spell is actually pretty interesting, and well, we'll get into that in a moment. I think he's just like, okay, it's too much. I didn't actually, I checked a few of these replays. I'm actually more curious to see how the DDD one goes, because I know with the new Master Rule, by the way, all of these are Master Rule 2020 or Master Rule 5 gameplays here, but looks like we're seeing Doki Doki in like every single opener, and I think that it's probably fantastic because it just gives you that extra monster, plus it adds extra rocks into the graveyard instantly for some of your synergy, like your block dragon. And I didn't get to go over the green one's effect, even though I technically made a video going over all their effects. We're here to kind of go over the gameplay, and then also we'll have some commentary. So anyways, this card is special summoned by the effect of an Adamatia card. You can place 1 rock monster from your hand or graveyard on the top of the deck, so that lets you recycle with the Doki Doki anyways. So that's like the green egg. So you have your researchers, then you have your eggs, then you have like the I guess synchros, which I guess when the eggs are hatched, I'm guessing if you look at the artwork, they're writing it. But I'm really curious to see what the DDD player does and if he's going to be able to combat this. But remember, he's going to be able to tribute. He's going to go ahead and get rid of a few cards, and at this point he's just going to go ahead and have to pass, because this card gets rid of a lot of combo pieces in a deck, so that basically renders them useless sometimes, especially against some pendulum decks. If you get rid of like the right cards at the same time, they can't really do too much. But True Name, unfortunately, look at this unlucky luck, man. Every single time we draw him that Obelisk, but True Name is activated, he's going to call Seeker, and because he's able to go ahead and place that Adamatia card, he's going to know exactly what it is and add it straight to his hand. And there's that block dragon. That card is absolutely fantastic. Now he's going to go ahead and special summon Seeker. Seeker's going to go ahead and again excavate top 5, and then he's going to be able to special summon one of them, and then he's going to go ahead and get Leonite. But all of their effects for every single card is like once per turn only. I feel like Yugioh nowadays, with every single card, it does that. He's going to go ahead and just bounce all those cards back. Wow, that is insane. Really good stuff, and he's just going to go ahead and be like, okay, GG. Pretty good stuff indeed. All right, so we got the last one over here, which is versus Harpies. I haven't seen Harpies in a while. I don't know if there's any new support. Let me just, I'm curious to see. Sometimes, I guess this was a newer card, but I haven't seen him play Harpies in a while, so he's going to go ahead and set Harpist and then try to search out for a card. He's got double Icarus Attack and Hysteric Party, so more than likely at some point he will attempt to go for Icarus Attack. He's going to activate Icarus Attack immediately, so he will not get that search out. But this card is actually really great. So once per ring, chooses up to 5 Adamatia cards from your deck and place them at the top of your deck in any order, which works with True Name, and then obviously you're good to go on everything. That also gives your monsters a small little boost, which it's kind of nice. I wouldn't say the boost like makes it or breaks it in terms of the deck. Oh, I was gonna go ahead and activate another Icarus Attack, but he can't get rid of Obelisk because it can't be targeted. We got it, dude. The Egyptian god Obelisk the Tormentor finally came out, but because he was special summon, he has to go rip in the end phase anyways. That's unfortunate, but with that Obelisk Tormentor doing 4,000 points of damage, it's probably not looking too good for him. He really needs to go into like a Lightning Chidori. There it is. There's that Lightning Chidori, so he's gonna go ahead and lose that Block Dragon over there. It's just that target at the bottom of the deck. Oh wait, so he's gonna draw Block Dragon? Because if you draw Block Dragon, you just lose anyways. Alright, well I guess it doesn't matter anyways, because he had to OTK him that turn. And he's like, yo, I'm bringing out my Adamatia too. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead. Oh, does he not have the requirements? It's 3 Earths. Oh, okay. Oh, he doesn't have the requirements yet. Oh, he said it. The defense OTK. Oh, he went with the barrier statue. Is the Harpy player gonna be coming back? He's gonna go ahead and stack his deck over there and then summon this, and he's gonna be able to get better RNG off of this. Anyways, because this is from the entire deck. That card effect is way too insane. It really is. And then he's gonna go ahead and now that he's gotten rid of the barrier statue, you can go ahead and go for Dragite, which is going to go ahead and have that awesome effect where you get to return cards your opponent controls up to the number of rock monsters excavated, which is what's been pretty much giving him game every single time. I just love that he got out the Egyptian god. That's all that matters. That's all I really wanted to see, because I saw it so many times where he drew the Obelisk, which is unfortunate. You probably would only play Obelisk, and you probably only want to play one of them anyways. But I thought it was a really cool addition. But yo, shout out to my boy Magus Lucius for hooking me up with the deck profile for this deck. And it is a 40 card deck. This is just so you can play in the new Master Rules. But anyways, let's go ahead and give you guys a deck profile, and let me know your thoughts if you change anything or what else would be really cool to go ahead and add into the deck. Like I said, I feel like on average, like yeah, if you make this card, yeah, you can definitely go for OTKs, but I'm not sure if I would consider it like OP as of right now. I feel like Block Dragon really enables the deck to be so much better. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the deck profile. So we've got the Obelisk Tormentor, double copies of Block Dragon, 3 copies of Adamatia Analyzer, 3 copies of Leonite, 3 copies of Reptite, 3 copies of Dragite, 3 copies of Seeker, 3 copies of Doki Doki, 3 copies of Researcher. So keep in mind, guys, sometimes when I'm getting some of these replays, people just want to go ahead and see all the cards, so it's just mash them all together, because this is like the whole archetype right now, straight up. And then we got 2 copies of True Name. You know what I want, dude? I want to see Gishki Diviner in here, but then we also need a way to special summon it, which I guess technically Adamatia does kind of work with that, right? But yeah, then we got the 1 Terraforming, 1 Foolish, 3 copies of Adamantia Sign, and then Laputite, which is the field spell, and then 3 copies of Relief, and then 3 copies of Resonance over here. And then we've got Borlode, Crystal, 2 copies of Dragite, 1 copy of Tenyi, Deity, and then 2 copies of Leonite, 1 copy of Coral Dragon, 2 copies of Reptite, 1 copy of Granite Loyalist, Bow of the Goddess, Needle Fiber, and then the Earth Charmer, so I guess you can re-add back one of the cards, and Landfall Linkus. I think it's very difficult to make this card in the deck, because at the end of the day, I would much rather probably make this card and then just bounce back everything versus like set up for negate as much as you can, because some of the cards, it will require you to have them, and at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather have, you know, your monsters actually have attack versus this getting down to really low attack? I mean, you could easily make this in the deck, but I don't think it's really a link-focused base deck. It's usually just trying to be a synchro deck, and it has a little bit of utility. But if you make this card, and you could follow up with one of these, and I guess the back row, or if you don't have the back row, maybe against certain decks, it could be a great option. But anyways, guys, that is the showcase of the Adamatia archetype. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comment section below. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you are new here, hit subscribe, and turn that bell so you don't miss out on the next Yu-Gi-Oh video, which is probably going to be the Pirate archetype. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!